This is a great time for us all to focus our minds on environmental issues, and I want to talk to you today for a few minutes about plastic use in 2024 and beyond. Now, it's hard to imagine a life without plastics of some sort. They're so versatile and useful, we all use them every day without giving it a thought. However, today plastic use is 20 times greater than it was 50 years ago. The average household throws out around 66 items of disposable plastic every week, and unfortunately not much of it is truly recycled. Up to 75% still ends up in landfill. Less than a quarter of plastic is actually made into something else. Most of us will be aware about the worrying quantities of plastic that end up in the Earth's oceans. The plastic continually breaks up into smaller and smaller pieces. It never disappears entirely. These microplastics can accumulate inside animals with devastating effects. We all need to think about how we can ensure our plastic footprint is as small as possible. So how can we help? It comes down to thinking hard using the principle of reduce, reuse and recycle. Considering alternatives, being more efficient and resourceful, is all it takes to make a big difference. It should even save you money too. So firstly, reduce. Do I need them in the first place? What alternatives are there? A few ideas might include buying fruit and vegetables loose, using loose leaf tea instead of tea bags, which contain a surprising amount of plastic, refilling your plastic water bottles and getting a reusable coffee cup. We've all got the hang of taking shopping bags out with us now that single-use ones are unavailable, so why not the same for a drinks bottle or coffee cup as well? At Oakland Care, we use mains-fed water coolers instead of providing single-use bottles. And there's other things you can do, such as swapping cling film for other food wraps. Even ensure your bin bags are full before you change them. Let's all try and phase out plastic balloons, glitter and other plastic decorations for your celebration days. Instead, let's use some longer lasting alternatives. But again, the principles of reduce, reuse and recycle. We can reuse things. Single use doesn't have to mean single use. We can use old fruit and vegetable containers for growing your own, or plastic water bottles as bird feeders or watering devices for pot plants. But in reality, no one needs hundreds of these things, so reducing in the first place needs to be the main effort. At Oakland Care, we also regularly use disposable plastic items for arts and crafts projects, for example. Then it comes down to recycling. Whilst recycling is, of course, essential, don't forget this still costs energy and other resources to do. And again, reduction of the plastic waste, even the recycled waste, is still the best option. When you do place plastic in the recycle bin at home or at work, don't contaminate the recycling waste. Check if the plastic can be recycled or not, and ensure it's rinsed out if it contained food. If you contaminate the recycling, there's a chance that the whole batch will be discarded at the recycling point. Crush your plastics as well so they take up less space. This means fewer plastic waste bags over the course of the whole year. I recently visited a recycling plant. I was saddened at how little of the intended recycling waste actually made it to the end of the process. So much fails to make the grade required, often due to contamination from other items. So we all need to up our game. Plastic is incredibly useful, there's no doubt. We just need to learn how to value it and use it appropriately. Thanks for listening.